Hey YouTube, I wanted to make a video today giving you 3 reasons why I don't think that San Francisco is the best place to bring your family on vacation. Okay, so the first thing that I want to mention is cost, right? So generally speaking, hotel and accommodations in San Francisco are expensive and small. And so if you have, say, 4 people, they may be feeling pretty cramped in the common Bay Area hotel. You guys may have to think about staying in an area further out or getting 2 rooms depending on the size of your family. This has been said by one of my favorite travel YouTubers, Walter's World. But you got to think, when you're on vacation, how much of your time on vacation do you want to spend getting from where you're staying to where you're going? You may have a week for 6 months or so to plan for, and that week has really got to be on point for you to have the best memories, and not just remembering, oh man, I was sitting on the bus for 2 hours here, I missed this, so the rest of the day was spent scrambling trying to figure it out. So I think the cost, when you think about paying for your buck, you really got to plan out accommodation, even more so if you're not just a single guy like I am, or say a couple. 2, a lot of people, I notice tourists bringing their children to San Francisco, and I don't know if they're aware or not of the homelessness issues here in San Francisco, but there's these awkward encounters. And even I've read about violent ones online, but mostly I see awkward encounters where people and their kids, people try to explain to or walk their kids around people in various states of homelessness and struggling with mental illness. And it's really weird to see tourists treat an area like a playground that's going through so many challenges as far as housing. I know this might sound bad. I don't want to tell all tourists to fuck off, but a side effect of the tourism industry is that our housing stock is even more constrained and sort of pressured. Units that might have gone to regular everyday working class people, older units that may have been seconds or thirds for people that are making the highest income levels in the city, actually get taken up for things like Airbnb and Vrbo. So I do think that you have to think about the place you're going. I know a lot of people wouldn't compare San Francisco to the Middle East or to something else, but actually some people that are high up in government have actually described it as having some properties in third world countries. And so that's something to think about when you come here. Are you going to be able to explain to your kid what a needle looks like, or why they need to step around the 10th person that has been encountered asleep on the sidewalk, or dealing with schizophrenia. These are real things that you're going to encounter here, and you might think, oh, I'll just stick to the tourist area and it won't be so bad, but there are homeless people even in some of the tourist areas, and they deserve compassion for the situation that they're in, and it's unfortunate that we can't do more to help them. I think more people should think about that before they make this vacation place. I know some people will tell me I'm hypocritical and, oh, you're not from there either, and I'm willing to hear those arguments as well. So if those are issues you have, just leave them in the comments. I have no problem with that. I want to have as open a dialogue as possible. Honesty is the ideal scenario. The third thing that you're not going to like about San Francisco is, or my mistake, the third reason that I think that it's not the best place for families to visit is the lack of family attractions. I could just be, because you may tell me, oh, well, you don't have a family, so you're not doing that kind of research. But as far as I can tell, San Francisco actually has the lowest rates of basically families in the country. There are a lot of people here that have no kids, and I know it's also pretty common for families that do opt to have kids to have one or maybe two kids. It's not common to see larger families like it is in other areas of the country. Alongside that, there's a sizable LGBT population where some of them may not want children, and those who do are interested in adopting children. And it seems like, just from my observations about the foster system, the best taking care of kids are... I gotta start this up. So this is the third reason why I don't think you should bring your family here to San Francisco on vacation. Basically, we have the lowest rates of families with children in the country. Because of the astronomical cost of living, the cost of childcare, pediatric care, dentistry, basically everything is more expensive. So anything that you're paying a premium for yourself, it's going to also apply to any kids you have. You notice when you go out in public, there aren't as many kids as other parts of the country. And so if you are a family with children, not seeing other families with children may make you uncomfortable. The history of San Francisco also comes into play here. So it essentially grew rapidly in population during the gold rush, which basically attracted a lot of people looking to make money. It's not as family oriented like where I'm from in Nashville, where typically, at least when I grew up there, not as much now, but when I grew up there, a lot of people, their families had lived there for multiple generations and attended the same church for multiple generations, and they had basically a stronger sense of family values. Depends, that's a loaded term. Some people feel good about it, some people don't. I've struggled a lot in the family department, which I'll explain in other videos. But I think people mistake California in general as appealing to everybody, and I think that it really varies by region. If I was going to suggest a family to visit first vacation to California, I suggest some of the more rural areas, or if you really want to see a city in California, San Diego is probably a bit more laid back than here. Finally, in relation to all of that, you'll notice that there's a lot of people that are really busy here. They're on the go. It's a similar reason why I don't know that New York City is the most family-friendly vacation. I think that people think of these places as touristy, and they're really not. There is tourism business here. They do make a lot of money from that. I don't want to discount the people that work really hard to entertain the people that want to come to our city, but I think that there are better options out there. Anyway, if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you think it's the most family-friendly vacation spot. But these are just some of my opinions, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.